All right, so here is another variation of this similar communication and video that I've done in the past. It's about life and healing. So if you look at this graph right here, you can see this vertical line, the y-axis represents experiences, and the higher up we go, we can label these as good experiences, or we can just label them as energetically higher experience. It's a higher frequency experience. We can be more neutral in how we're talking about it, if we choose. The other part of it is these quote-unquote bad experiences. For healing, for our body, for physical, we could think of this as pain or symptoms, right? And, you know, the invitation here is to not necessarily look at these as bad, but these are lower frequency experiences communicating something to us, right? Helping to facilitate our awareness and become more conscious human beings. So as much as we want this human being experience to be a direct linear path, right? So you see this tangent line coming through here, that's our expected linear growth. We expect, you know, in our left brain, in our human consciousness, we want it to be just a direct, simple path. And while that serves us in certain ways, it's not necessarily a beneficial expectation for our healing and growth, because the reality is the red line. The reality is life and healing is full of ups and downs and twists and turns for us to ultimately reach our goal way up at the top here, but it's not linear, right? So we're gonna still have, you know, trough experiences, but as you watch us go through these trough experiences, notice how they're higher up on the graph. They're not as low frequency anymore. We still have trough experiences, but as we heal, as we continually put in the effort and the work and allow ourselves to receive and allow ourselves to trust the healing process, TTP, trust the process. I've said that to some of you. As we go through that, right? As we go through that initial care and then the regenerative care, then ultimately later on the self-empowerment style of care, we get to this level of consciousness and awareness where we're able to ride those troughs and those peaks with a level of neutrality, with a level of understanding and acceptance that life is impermanent. Things are going to change, things are going to shift, and it's really our goal to help get you to this empowered way of being where you're proactively showing up for yourself so that you can heal yourself, so that you can take care of yourself, so that you can stay in that place of heart openness, of neurological peace and ease, despite whatever that wave is doing. So hopefully that's helpful. We need multiple repetitions of this to really let it sink into our consciousness, you know? It's one thing to understand it, it's another to trust the process as we're going through the thing. So hopefully this is helpful for you. It's just a friendly reminder that it takes time, but with the committed action and showing up for yourself and showing up for regular adjustments and showing up for regular other types of care, it does ultimately increase that overall average that we're at increases, right? Also, the threshold of experiences that we can experience increases. So sometimes, as much as I don't want to say it, sometimes, you know, we'll be way up top here and maybe we have a really high peak, and maybe sometimes that trough will actually drop back down close to where it was before. It doesn't mean we're going backwards. It doesn't mean we're going backwards. It just is life. Sometimes we have to go through those experiences to bring facilitated awareness to the surface.